A very important thing is to understand that a diminished chord and its arpeggio are played with a reason. And that reason is to make a fluent and clear bridge from one chord to another chord. That's all what we are doing in this etude. Here are the first bars. I begin with a G note on G minor, an easy one. Then over D7, a first diminished arpeggio that resolves back to G minor. And most of the time, this is the essential function of a diminished chord. It acts in the place of a dominant seventh chord. What do the diminished chord and the dominant seventh chord have in common? They both contain harmonic tension and want to resolve to another chord. You see the visual similarity between the D dominant seventh chord and this diminished chord, E flat diminished. Or for example, this one, D7, E flat diminished. There are a lot of common notes. And this is exactly the reason why diminished chords are such good substitutes for dominant seventh chords. They are practically the same. Only move up the root of a dominant seventh chord up a half tone, and then you have the diminished chord substitute. When you can see the visual change in a chord and understand the concept, it becomes much easier to apply to your playing. We guitar players are lucky. We can take a look at our fretboard to check and sort out what notes we can use without really knowing anything about theory. We just read the map of the guitar. You can always find and extract the dominant seventh chord from the shape of the diminished chord, and vice versa. So don't forget to try to understand these ideas by first looking at it. When you concentrate on the common notes, the system explains itself. In the rest of this exercise, you will notice that the same thing happens every time. The diminished arpeggio is going somewhere, leading toward another chord. Let's go on with the solo in bar 3. First notice that I've resolved to the minor third of G minor. Then I play a short diminished arpeggio over the F7 to go to B flat major. Then I play the same thing, but now using B diminished instead of G7. We are moving in the direction of C minor. Notice that I always try to illustrate with one or more notes where I have arrived after having played the dim chord. In bar 7 and 8, I play clear diminished arpeggio, replacing A flat 7 and D7. As you see, A flat 7 and D7 are almost the same. A flat is the tritone of D. A flat 7 and D7 have a tritone relationship. So we can deduce that they have the same diminished chord as a substitute. Have a look. Flat 9 added, the diminished substitute. D7, flat 9 added, fifth in the bass, and there we go again. We arrive at the same diminished chord. In the second A part, I play some faster lines. But I basically follow the same way of thinking. I use the diminished substitutes for dominant seventh chords, and I play chord notes to illustrate where I have resolved to. G minor. Then I play a diminished line over D7. As you see, the diminished shape is a movable form. Just go up or down in minor thirds. It is an easy way to change position and go to another place on your fretboard. And here I arrive in G minor again. Same thing for the next bar. Diminished substitute over F7 to go to B flat. Also B diminished, heading for C minor. B diminished, B, again I show where I am in the harmony by playing notes that are in the chord to resolve. And back to G minor. And then a longer diminished run over A flat 7 and D7 to go to G minor up high, but with this obvious chord shape to end with. I use this note of G minor and then I go to this shape of G minor.